Hey, welcome back to more live streaming game development. We're making Sons of Soul in Unity. I'm Kevin, and let's get going. Actually, let me just check the mic's working. Yep, okay. So, the reason I say that is I've got not an entirely new setup, but a different setup here. You can't see any of it. And you never saw my old desk. Let's see. Since last time, we usually start with that. Hey, welcome back to more live streaming game development. We're making some meet the other channel. I'm Kevin, and let's get going. I know I'm Kevin. Slow down. Okay. That in the other window. That's the Watch Me Work channel, and the only way, I think, unless I got on the Discord, possibly, to see the chat from Watch Me Work, it doesn't come through Restream, so I have to keep a window open, but I forgot to mute it. My bad. Hello, Super Tim, and person whose name I can't pronounce as well. I said last time you should try type it in phonetically what I should call you. You know who you are on YouTube. I just find it weird where I can't verbalize the name I'm seeing on the screen. Sorry. But anyway, yeah, we're back. So on Saturday I got a new desk, and it's one of those sit-stand desks, so it can raise itself and lower itself, and had to do a whole lot of cable management, and I kicked up so much dust in here that I kind of made myself a bit sick. I'm giving myself a cold or bad sinuses kind of thing. But also I had to get a new hard drive in the computer because the old one was physically damaged and like dodgy connection, so a lot of the programs had to switch computers or switch drives, so some of the programs think that they haven't ever run before, but they have, and some of them are fine. So yeah, it appears that the microphone is fine. Yeah, there's a sound bar coming up. That's good. There was that time I streamed 20 minutes of Xcom with no audio. Start again. That's my name, Kevin, from RetroNeo Games. And what's your name? Because I know I can see the text, but I can't pronounce it. The Arabic text. So what did we do last time was the shuttle destruction. Actually, ignore all the flashing colors that are going to come in here, but we did this the last day. Ignore that. The white circle's kind of in the wrong place, but it'll all become clear why I've got all this other stuff up. We did that. We made the shuttle kind of look better when it gets destroyed. And I said that we would sort of see about destroying the husk of the thing today. So like once it's already destroyed, if it hits an asteroid or maybe a missile or something, that it gets fully destroyed and not just a husk anymore, it's just totally gone. Great. Bad crick in my neck from this morning. Just sort of came on and it's very uncomfortable. So that's what we did the last day, but we were also towards the end showing the sprite animator and the fact that the mouse wouldn't detect when it went over sprites. So the box here is an image, Unity UI image. The text is text, UI text, and the circle there is a sprite. So I was meant to be able to move the mouse into these things and they would turn off. Text doesn't detect collisions the same way, but I can do it with the sprite now. At the end of the last stream I couldn't, and I was like, oh, I wonder why. Essentially, the asteroid field is like this giant area, and if you're inside the asteroid field collider, it'll spawn asteroids. But the asteroid field collider, even though you can't see it, was blocking the sprite because it was above the sprite, so that's the only reason it didn't detect. So we'd done everything right, it just happened to be this invisible wall in the way. Yeah, so I can get rid of those. What am I going to do today? Okay, so moving on. One thing I'll do today is, sooner or later, I'll raise the desk up. That'll be exciting. You'll see the whole room from a higher vantage point. Because I got a new desk that has a raisable section, so I don't have to sit all day. I can sit, then stand, then sit, then stand. We are going to do... That's a joke answer. Like, I'm going to do that, but it's not the point of today's episode. Since last time, yes, I fixed the bug with the sprite animator. I said that. I also said that I set up a desk. Today we are going to do... Actually, since there's people in the chat, there usually isn't at the start, but hello Teen Station again, I remember you. Your name is Teen Station 3, welcome to my channel. Your channel. He said my, so I'm guessing it's... We've been over this before. He said some stuff before and I was like, are you a bot because of what you're saying? Now he says welcome to my channel, but he's on my channel. So I asked him, was he a bot before, through the microphone rather than in text, so it couldn't, if it was a bot, it couldn't respond. He said, no, I'm not a bot, so I don't know. I can say welcome to my channel, Teen Station 3. Thanks for coming back. You've been here before, I do remember. But it's a bit strange for you to welcome me to your channel when it's my channel. I'm a bit confused. So I was going to say, we're going to make a name generator. We get two options. We can probably do both, but pick one first. Usually when I say we'll do two things, we usually only get one, because inevitably, if one bug gets in the way, or just one unpredicted behavior, it takes longer, and then it's not worth doing two things. You've only 20 minutes left, so you don't start a new thing. Name generator is going to be a way of getting alien-sounding names by randomly combining syllables like Ral, Nick, Tar. Then you put them together, put an apostrophe in them, and you got an alien-looking name. Just throw in loads of single-syllable words and mash them together, space them out randomly and stuff to make alien names capitalize the first letter. So we could do that, or just continue with the shuttle and have it blow up when it hits asteroids. I haven't gotten new sprites, so we still have the problem where we're using one particle system for the debris and for the yellow debris, which there really should be two different systems. But it's not. Won't really get in the way. So yeah, of those two options, what do you want to start with? You don't have to say sorry, I'm Arabic. But, you can say sorry, English isn't my first language. But yeah, don't mind where you're from. Thanks for tuning in anyway. If you can understand me and my Irish accent, semi-Irish accent. People tell me I have like a German or a Canadian accent, but I've never even been to those countries. So go figure. No one's saying anything yet. Let me just check out the names scriptable objects that we have in here, just to see where we would start. There's a custom inspector on a scriptable object. List of names. Oh yeah, I can put your names or nicknames into the game. If you want to shout them out. Like, I'm not going to put in Teen Station, but if you want to spell your real name or name of your pet or something, we can kind of put them in the game as random names. I usually misspell them though, so like I don't have Kevin in there. I don't have Owen in there. I don't know. Not like spelled correctly, but I have, here's Kiv, like Kev. Column with a C is a real name, column with a K isn't, but it just makes it look more sci-fi, I think. So if you type names in the chat as well as what you want to start with, I will then misspell your names and put them in as first names, last names, female names, pilot call signs like Doomsayer. Do I have Iceman? No, I just have Ice. I didn't want to directly go Top Gun, but I did put in Ice, not Iceman. The Val Kilmer's character in Top Gun. Okay, no one said what they want to start with. I'm going to start with the names. So where do I start? I have to open up the script for this, for one thing. And so I'm going to have a list of alien syllables for one thing. I'm just going to have to make a... Oh, that's the wrong script. That's not what I opened. Here. Public list of strings. Let's call them alien name syllables. Damn, I haven't looked at the custom inspector in a while, so what do I have to do about it? In the editor, because it's a custom inspector, one for names, custom names inspector. I won't, this isn't going to be a tutorial on how to make a custom inspector, but zoom in a bit on this. but you'll see some of it. So we bring in all the names from the my names script, so I'm just going to have to add the syllables. Then our pickable options are all of those with... Oh wait, are they showing up? Squad names? They might be. Didn't notice them. Excuse me. Yeah, the squad names are there. Fine. So alien name syllables. The way the human names are working is they just pick a first name and a and a last name and a call sign. Sorry about my voice. I said at the start that I was feeling a bit sick from all the dust I threw up in here over the weekend. We'll see how that holds together. If it gets to a point where I can't talk, I'll stop. But not sore, it's just kind of shaky. All right, so here's our options. I think now they'll display, show the list of... Yeah, I'm not going through too terribly closely. Wasn't exactly trying to explain it to you. Play Clash Royale. God no. Actually, wait. I've played Clash of Clans, of course. Who hasn't? But I really didn't like it. Is Clash Royale anything like Clash of Clans? Because I'm assuming it is. So I'm assuming I won't like it. So I've never played it. Alright, so here we picked new names, now we can put in syllables. Actually, I won't capitalize them. I'm just gonna put in weird little single syllable words. Shout out any in the chat if you want me to add them. There's pretty much no reason not to. I'm just thinking like an alien could be called Ral Niktar or Nanik Ral or whatever. Like it'll kind of work in any arrangement because it's an alien name. It's kind of meant to seem weird. Moon Neck. I already have Nick, but Nick-Neck? No, I don't want Nick-Neck to happen, so keep them a bit different. There's very few mobile games I've ever liked. Playing not Rise of the Tomb Raider. Actually, I am playing Rise of the Tomb Raider, but I'm playing Lara Croft Go on mobile at the moment, but it's well animated and stuff, but it's very basic. I don't like that in a puzzle game you've kind of only one way to solve it. Played Monument Valley, and it's beautiful and it's so smart, and I like how smart it is. That's entertaining, but again, it's kind of like there's only one way to play. There's only one way to win, and it's not really my kind of game. I don't love puzzle games, so I'm not predisposed to like them or anything. What what I do really like is 80 Days. Favorite mobile game anyway. Also, Guild of Engineering I like, but it's the same on mobile as on PC. It controls, obviously, you swipe with your finger instead of the mouse. I have it on PC, but then it went to mobile. So I know that I like it, and it's a mobile game, but I have it on PC, but whatever. Station 3. Am I from America? No, people keep saying that. I'm from Ireland. I've never lived in America. Well, did for a summer, but no, Ireland. So I just do have a weird mix of accents, maybe. Syllables, star of. Ren, do I have Ren? Suppose I don't actually want. I'm feeling like I don't want more than one that begins with the same letter, because if I was just thinking like Ren, that'll work. But I don't want Ren Ral or Ral Ren. Well, Ral Ren, yeah. Do I? But it sounds more natural, I think, if I don't start more than one syllable with the same letter, if you follow me. Bactar, well, yeah. I don't have any with O in them yet, so let's try some of that. Lon, sure. Actually, even though I said it was kind of going with one syllable, for all these, like Backmun, so back and mun, Backmun is 2 syllables. If I went with Iramun, that's 3 syllables. So maybe I'm thinking about it the wrong way by having the vowel in the middle of the letter. Irilon, Iriral, a bit weird. Iritar. Most of them are pretty cool. I don't know. We'll see. Like any of them that look weird, we can just delete them later. So well, you don't have to say sorry. You guessed that I was from America. I guessed wrong. You don't have to be sorry about a wrong guess. Like I deliberately haven't tried to guess where you're from. You just said you're Arabic. So many countries I could guess, so I'm not going to. But where are you from? I'm gonna get past this part. Let's get an S in there anyway, and a V probably. Shit. I don't want it to be an obvious English word as well. OCX. On. Yeah, that might work. Whatever. Although sub is also an English half word that's used. Yeah. Stop. No. I'm running out of ones that are fine by me. Sure, that'll do. Bahrain. Or do you say Bahrain? Is it the first one or the second one? Bahrain or Bahrain? I've never met anyone from there actually, or been there. Okay, look, forget it. I don't need to finish all these now. We can get rid of them a different way. So let's see. How do I want to do this? Names inspector. So I don't need the custom inspector anymore. We're done with that. Right. So the name script itself will. I just have a generate alien name thing, I guess. So I need to make a public void generate alien name. Oops, I just kicked my subwoofer. Probably heard that. Let's just see. I'm figuring it should be. Actually, I wrote this down. I was thinking any longer than 5 syllables would be too much. Any shorter than 3 would be too little. So I think we have an integer for the number of syllables will be random range between 3 and it's not a float, it's an integer, so the maximum to see is exclusive. So if I write 5, it won't pick 5, it'll exclude 5 and pick 4. So if I want 5, I have to write 6. The number of syllables, okay. So I need a for loop for int I equals 0, I is less than num syllables, I plus plus. See, because it needs an actual name. So we'll add to the alien name actually we'll modify the syllable first. So new syllable is going to equal alien syllables and it's a random range from 0. So it could be the first alien syllable or the last one, which will be alien syllables.length and count. Alien syllables.count. So that just means it'll pick one of the I don't have a PlayStation. I've never had a PlayStation actually. I had an N64, then next generation I had a GameCube, next generation I had Xbox 360, and I haven't gotten anything since then. I never had a PlayStation. I borrowed a friend's PS3 recently to play Journey and The Last of Us and the Uncharted's 1 to 3. Lots of other ones. Those are the main reasons I got it. But I played a lot of games while I had it. Let me raise up my desk a little bit. You'll probably hear the motor. It's a bit low for me. Alright, so okay, the problem with this is you have a list of the syllables, but you could pick one and it could pick it again, and I'm not sure do we want that. You kind of want to remove from the list. I do have a script for that somewhere to kind of make a list and pop from it. Oh wait, so wait. Another list of string, all syllables. Making a new list, and then all syllables, add range. Can I add the entire name syllables, alien name syllables? Yes, I can do that. So we get all the alien name syllables in here. Just check the chat and watch me work. Nope, nobody there. There's no one talking there. What's the game scene like in Bahrain? Is my webcam frozen or is it not? No, it's not. No, wrong thing. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah. Like, are there any? I'm pretty sure there's no big development studios in Bahrain, but are there any indie developers in Bahrain, or do many people play games there? Name generator, that's fine. So there's a way to pop things off a list. Where is it? Static tools, I think. Dot pop random element. Yes, I already have a script for this. From the list of all syllables. So now that'll sort of give a syllable and take the one it picked off the list in one go. Give a quick look at this. There's the code. Get the list, pick a random one from it. Then you remove the item from that list, and then you return the item. Simple enough. I just made it a static tool so I could sort of get at it from anywhere. Static tools, pop random element, all syllables. So it's just going to give me a random thing from that list and then shorten the list so that I can have it again. Right, so there are going to be times where you want like the first letter to be capitalized, but you don't want the second syllable to be capitalized. You want that to stay small. You know, like that. So how does it know? So it's going to have to pick how long the first name is, I guess. So the number of syllables is there. Okay. First name length equals random range from 1 to say the number of syllables minus 1. So your second name is always at least 1 syllable remaining, I think. So if it's the first syllable of the first word, so if I is equal to 0, it'll always be the first of the first. Or if I equals, sorry, you need 2 equals. Otherwise I'm setting this as comparing. Watch Dogs 1 or Watch Dogs 2 is your favorite game? I played Watch Dogs 1. It was okay. I didn't like it enough to play Watch Dogs 2. I felt it was weird because you can carry so many guns. You're meant to be this hacker and you're meant to be the good guy, but you can kill everybody. So I felt the story, it works in Grand Theft Auto because it's kind of silly, but it didn't work in Watch Dogs, I felt. There was some cool stuff about it, but overall I did not really think Watch Dogs was great. It was okay, like it was decent, but not great. Okay, so how do we know if it's the first syllable of the second name? Or if I equals first name length. So if first name length was 2 and I equals 2 because it starts on 0, then you are going to be, okay. Yeah, so in this case, if we're on the first syllable of the first or second name, capitalize. Okay, so we need a character array, which is an array of single letters, equals the new syllable to char array. Great. So now we can take, oh, I need to name that. Syllable chars. So syllable chars 0. So it's going to be the first letter of this syllable. Can I go to upper? I can go to string.to upper, can't I? Yeah. How do how do I capitalize just the first letter? I could just make a new string for the first letter and then add all the other letters, but it's probably an easier way to do it. What can I do with a single character? Oops. 32 equals that. Right, so I pretty much have to convert it to a string to do something with it. You know, this might work. I'm just gonna sort of change what the first one is. Oh, will that not work? I can't convert a string to a character or to upper dot to char array. Wow, okay. Taking a character, converting it to a string, making it upper, then converting it to an array of characters, and then picking the first one again. I think that'll work. I feel like there must have been a different way to do that. Okay. Can I now just say new syllable equals... Oh, wait. I have to do it inside the bracket. New syllable equals syllable characters. Can that work? No. I think that works, right? Why is that redundant? Okay. You know what? Maybe it is fine. Maybe I've actually just changed the character in there without needing to reassign it. Why does print not exist? Alright, debug that. Just print that out. So if I put this in a context menu item, which is the one, context menu? Which is the one where you can pick it? No, that's not it. Is that it? I have a feeling that's not it. generate alien name. Maybe it was just context menu. I've forgotten. I haven't done one in a while. No. Also need to give that arguments. But only one. Yeah, I think this is the one. Because context menu item I think goes at the top of the script, but this can just go on a single thing. Okay, bye Teen Station, thanks for watching the videos. Alright, so now I can, I think, click generate alien name. Yeah. Nick, Ral, Ir. Okay, well it didn't capitalize any of them. So even though it said it was redundant, maybe it wasn't. That's not right. It's not meant to print system.char, it's meant to print a capital letter. Alright, need to eat some gum. I'm gonna sneeze. Yeah, there's still a lot of dust in here, I think. Alright, we'll do it the hard way. Usable, there's nothing. Another for loop. For int. Actually, this has to be j because we're already using for int I. Print j is 0. J is less than syllable chars dot length. J plus plus. New syllable plus equals syllable chars j. Alright, now let's see what it has to say for itself. Should be how you capitalize the first letter. I wish there was, there must be an easier way to just do it, like say capitalize first letter as a single command, but yeah, Nick one R. I didn't capitalize them, but that's probably fine because it doesn't have to capitalize all. So I think in that case his first name was Nick and his second name was Muntarar. Maybe. Alright, so what else would we do with this? Don't need to print that anymore. So obviously you need a space between the first and second names. So if I is if it's about to be the end of the first name, oh, I had a way to do this before. Let me check something real quick. Still here. Okay, here I am. Right, so this is what I'd written about doing that. 3 to 5 syllables in a name. Store the syllables individually, we're doing that. Separate by either a space, an apostrophe, or no space. And if you haven't had a space by the last syllable, force a space. So it's actually, we've started doing it a little differently by choosing how long a first name was. Problem. Well, yeah, we could. Let's do this and see what comes out of it. So, what do I have to undo? Don't really need the first name length. Capitalize the first one anyway. Break that off into its own function. Sometimes I comment this bracket as mono just to be sure that it lines up with that one, and I never delete it, whatever. Actually, I'm going to put this in the static tools, just capitalize first letter. Take a string, word. Oh yeah, it's got to be public static string. It's going to return a string. Capitalized word. I'm going to return the capitalized word. Let's break this off. Might be a bit misleading now to say that it's syllable characters. It's just rename that into word characters. I don't think I need that actually. So word characters is word to character array. First one, that's where we capitalize the first letter. Add them all back into a string and return it. So static tools dot capitalize first letter, new syllable. That should work fine. And I can access that from any other script now, not just this one. That's handy. Comment's a little redundant now. This says it. Alright, so we were going to separate each syllable either by a space, an apostrophe, or no space. But if we get to the last syllable and we haven't used a space, force a space. So that means we don't have one really long name. Because we could actually wind up with 5 individual first names, but let's just see if it feels like a problem once it gets going. So I'm going to have a character array of, call them breakups. New character array, and in it is the space first, the no space second, and the apostrophe. Does that look like anything? And I need a bracket, yeah. No, it have to be. I think for a character, it's got to be within single quotes. Boy, this is looking kind of weird. Empty character, literal. I've never tried to give it just a space before. Well, you know what? It can be. It's a string array. Stop complaining at me. Of so space first, no space, and apostrophe. I could also do the pop thing here, so I wonder. So with 3 options, no, I'll just stick with the rule that I wrote down. Rule for have used space. So if we pick the first one, I'm going to set that to true. So alien name. Add the new syllable, right? Alien name, add. Oh. This is where we have to figure out if we have to put the space in or if we already have done it. Do I have Minecraft? I own it, so I don't actually think I've played it more than once since Microsoft bought it. I really haven't played it in a long time. I sort of put in all my hours into it before it went 1.0, which is about 2 years or so before Microsoft bought it. So, yeah, man, I haven't played much Minecraft in about 5 years. Played a little bit, but I've done my time with that game, I think. Before it was cool. How cool I am. I play stuff when it's not cool. Because I'm so cool. Alright, so we're adding the new syllable, and then we have to add a breakup. We just let it be a random breakup. New breakup equals breakups random range from 0 to breakups dot length. So if the new breakup is the one with the space, have used space equals true. Just so we don't pick it up again. Actually, first I need to check if I is equal to number of syllables minus 1, I think. 1. That means we're on... No, it needs to be minus 2. That means we're about to run into the very last syllable, so I need it to be the space. Oops. Okay. If we haven't used space and we're about... So, if we haven't added space and we're about to hit the last syllable, choose the space. New breakup equals that. Else actually, no, I don't need an else. Yeah, then all I need is alien name plus the breakup. Oh, my neck is really sore. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna stand up now. This is the part where you're gonna see the new desk get higher and higher. You can probably hear it through the microphone as well. Oops. Subwoofer fell over. A bit too high. Right. Now I'm standing. New posture. Hopefully this will be better for my back in the long term. Okay, so if I is not equal to number of syllables minus 1, because we don't want to add the breakup to the very end of the word because there's no syllable coming after it. So if it's not the last one, it'd have to be -2 again. If we got 3 total, then if I is 0, add it. If it's I is 1, have to add it. And if I is 2, don't add it. So yeah, -1 is correct. Okay. All right, let's just print out some of those and see what they look like. Huh? Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I'm not debug.logging yet. I printed? Something gone wrong with the print. I'm not using the correct engine. I don't know. Just debug.log it. Oh wait, playing won't do anything. Kind of used to coming out of a script and hitting play, but in this case it's got to be. Alright, so it didn't capitalize. Neuralnik back. Okay, name. Irasoinik Lon. Career Nick. Okay, so far all of the last names have been single syllables. Okay, so that's Mun Soitar. That's okay. I haven't seen the apostrophe yet though. There it is. Nay Lon Mun back. Seems alienish, right? Nick Soy Tar. Ira Ral Tar. I think I don't want it to use the space more than once either. I just put in a button for generate the name, but so I don't have to click twice. Irabaktar. I mean, that sounds like an alien name to me. Soy Bakniklon Mun. I don't know. What do you think of these alien names? Fine by me. It should be capitalizing the first letter though. Oh, yeah, of course. I'm not actually changing the new syllable. So I have to say new syllable equals capitalize the syllable. My bad. Should work now on the first letter. No. Yeah. Yeah, so he's got 3 spaces in his name. He's got 4 parts to his name, which is a bit long. I think I don't want the space used more than... Definitely not more than twice, maybe not more than once. Where will I put in that prevention? I also need this to be, check if the previous thing we used was a space. So all right, here's one way. Use space last. Or actually, let's just well, whatever. If I used space last, so if here's a place where we check if the new breakup actually is space. Have used space is true. Use space last is also true. So if I is 0 or we used space last and then set use space last to false. So we'll capitalize it if it's the first syllable or we did just use a space. So right now I haven't prevented myself using all spaces. I'll do in a sec. Arlane back. Bakral Tarmun. I think now with the capital letters, these are looking more like passable sci-fi names. Ulanik. Back Irineklon. Iktar Ral Ire. Or Ire. Okay, what do you guys think of the names as they're coming out? Are there any syllables you see that seem stupid, like maybe ire? Iori. Are there any you would add? Gotta be loads that we can add. How many spaces would you limit it to? Would you limit it to having only one apostrophe? Kind of feel like using the pop thing to get rid of the other options, so that we can only use everything once, unless I actually add more spaces in here. Yeah, I think I will actually. Static tools.pop. Breakups. Yeah, so it has to be a list, not a. No, what am I doing? Wrong place. For the breakups. And so not array. The list of string breakups equals new list. An element of hard coding gonna come into this. Not. Yeah, we're gonna get an argument out of range, probably because I've not given enough only given 3 arguments, but there's up to 5 syllables, so let's see. Yeah, add another no space. Actually, let's just add up a bunch of no spaces. So that we can only have 1 space and we can only have 1 apostrophe, but we should be fine otherwise. Earlier, tar stoion. Lon Nesubak Nick. Some name. Nesubak Nick. Okay. So here we only have 1 apostrophe, 1 space. And we have 5 syllables, so that's kind of the weirdest it could get. It might be a bit too weird. Nick Stoiral Muntar. I don't really want 4 syllables in a single name. But I want players to be able to kind of read it and make sense of it as an alien name without me having to think of a bunch of alien names. Raltar Nebakir. I think 5 syllables might be a bit too long considering I'm not putting as many spaces in. Almuntar Nick. Litar Irene. I think 4 syllables in a single name is too long. So let's set a maximum syllable size for a name at 3. So this is where we'll set the I'm gonna have to count them as I go, actually, aren't I? Syllables in current name. Syllables in current name equals 0. So this is where we know it's getting longer. And where's the part where we choose if we have to use a space? Or if this name has gotten too long, choose a space. That's going to be a single condition, this one. So if syllables in current name equals max syllables, then we have to break it up into a new name or do the other thing. So I think that'll be okay as well. Nothing's really gone wrong today so far. It's just a case of tweaking. I'm happy enough about that. Rene Moonlumbach. Back Nanik. Nick Moonlan. Arsoy Nick. Nayral Ear. Tarmun. Backbone Lan Rao. Lan here. Back Nikir. Munir Ralbak. Suririne Lan. So that actually is 4 syllables just because of the way. It's 3 syllables technically, but the way Ira. 1. Ral, Nick, Tar, Nay. They're all 1. Ira. Like it. You could say ire. 1 syllable, but it kind of often comes out to Irene. That's 3 syllables, even though it's 2 of these parts. So Irene. So I don't know how problematic that really is. So Irene long. The idea here is that enemy characters will all have a name. They might as well all have a name. You won't find out all their names, I guess, but they might as well just attach the name to the fighter. And if you capture them, or if they start speaking through the text pop-up, that their name will come up with them. So particularly if you meet them again in combat, you might remember their name. The idea is that they will remember fighting you, kind of like the Lord of the Rings Shadow of Mordor system. I'm not sure how deep we'll go on that, but a bit of an influence anyway. So your name, I know I can add more syllables. Aklontar Munira. 5 might even be too much. I don't know. Basically, this works. This is pretty much exactly what I envisioned. I could add more syllables for more variety. So I'm actually getting huge variety. All it really needs to do is look alien. I mean, this is working. Realmun Laniraback. A bit on the long side. I get rid of. Ooh. Oh, I can't undo that. I deleted some I didn't want to delete. Crap. Everything was going so well until I thought I was finished. And what was the last one I had in? Oh, maybe I can tell down here. Actually, I can alphabetize this. Oh no, it won't alphabetize this one because it's new. Back. No, back's in. One is in. Nick is in. Our name. Lon, that was it. That's what I had deleted by mistake. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna leave that system where it is for the moment. Pretty happy with it. Save project. Now let's see. Not even half 4 yet, so we could Thinking about getting the shuttle destruction done. Yeah. Alien name generator. So the particle system destroying the shuttle husk. Probably get that done. Have a good idea of how to do it. Okay. Have to do something in order to do that. Back in a minute. I have returned. Alright, let's blow up this shuttle. But how? So at the moment it dies like this. And I want it to hit an asteroid and blow up more like that. So the easiest kind of way to do that is spawn 5 explosions on it. 4 might do, actually. Yeah, the screen's getting full of debris now. 4 would do. There, just wanted to fly through the debris. I find my game fun still. That's a good sign. So I guess we're gonna spawn 4 explosions and kind of waste a second until those explosions are completely covering it. Then despawn the shuttle. But I don't want 4 new explosion sounds. And I don't think I have a way to turn them off at the moment. So let's see. Health transport. Also, it's going to be Sorry. My eyes are going very itchy. Ooh, I shouldn't rub them. Allergies. Okay. So one thing is, how does the shuttle debris know that it is hitting an asteroid? Actually, I just noticed that the asteroids aren't spawning. So the shuttle is now... Collider's off, you know? It's still on the transport layer. Okay. I think I can put it on the debris layer, because the player ship works like that. It's all the bits of the player ship. Yeah, they all go onto the debris layer, and they have collider. Okay. So, all right. If it's a shuttle, add smoke. Okay. So here we turn the collider off. I, in fact, don't want to do that. Layer. It's going to set it onto the debris layer so that it'll collide with asteroids, but it won't collide with normal bullets or ships. That won't work. Layer mask dot name to layer debris. Yeah, that's exactly how we do it. That's half the problem solved. Now it can hit asteroids. Check on the asteroid script itself. Is there debris logic? Debris logic. Oh, that's exactly what I want. Oh, it sort of is. Okay. Right, so there's a script that does half the job I want, but it also does a job that I don't want. So, separate that out. Right, so the asteroid checks what it's hit, so we can use that. So other, oh wait, is it a tag or is it a layer? Oh, it's both. Layer and a tag. Okay. Health transport. Game object dot tag equals also debris. And the asteroid. Other dot tag equals debris. Let's take it away from here, the debris logic. Yeah, I'm going to need another check for this, because it's a very different type of debris. The small parts of metal from the fighter just sort of hit it and go poof, they go away. This needs to spawn a big explosion, so it needs to behave differently. Add a tag for like a husk. Okay, so I've added a tag for husk, so the transport's going to become a husk. Okay, so I can leave the debris logic doing what it was doing. The asteroid will now have a new treatment for husk. Health transport. So I'm going to call destroy husk from the other place. And it's going to need to be a coroutine. Do that so it doesn't complain at me yet. No comments lately. Check the chat on Watch Me Work. Once again, nobody on Watch Me Work. I don't think anyone watches on a Monday on Watch Me Work. Sometimes I have had a few views on Thursday, but no chats ever. It's a very small platform, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of like all the creative channels from Twitch and Beam and stuff, but it's dedicated to creative stuff, and they can randomly pair two people up and just make them start working together. Not make them, it's optional. And you can pair up a musician with an artist and be like, hey, I'm working on this album cover looking thing. You get it. Let's send message. That. Need that anymore. That. All right, so need to spawn explosions. Probably in exactly the same way as we did up here. Up here. In fact, we also need the debris cloud and everything. All right, so I just need to copy these lines. Let me refactor that and extract a method of death explosion. No, what is it? Is there a randomized point there? All right, let me just do it manually. Okay, doing that. All right, so one explosion unfortunately brings in sound. I don't want 4 explosion sounds happening. I might need to add a way to disable sound. Actually, a lot of spawn explosions called. So if I change how this works, I'm gonna have to change it in a lot of places, but let's just do it. So spawn explosion. And a bool for play sound. So here's where you, if play sound, pick sound, else set the clip to null. I think that'll be okay. I think it's able to try play a null clip and it won't be a problem. I think. But now I have to change. Now I have to put in trues pretty much everywhere except this one place. Which might take a second. It gives us a bit more control. It's not bad code. It's not a waste of time. Nope. We're halfway there already. Why do I keep mistyping that? So I usually do want it to play the sound, but maybe not every time. Save all. Go back to the health transport. Damn it. If it's automatically true there. Yeah, I can do it. The explosion sound. Okay. All that was so I can get to here and say death explosion with a true. Wait a little bit. We'll see if that's too long. Then death explosion with a false. I don't want too many sounds. Gonna wait. It might be too long. Make it 0.15. Then turn off how do I turn off the object without stopping this coroutine? It's needed to turn invisible. Doesn't get the sprite renderer. It's whether it's I have two different. This handles both a shuttle and a transport as two different scripts, so I can go my shuttle script dot renderer, but I need to check for it, so I'm just gonna get it directly. And have another one on with true and maybe turn it off after all of that, or we need like final deactivation or something. How does a fighter die? As I don't remember. Initial deactivation. Final deactivation is on health. Yeah, so I just want to call final deactivation there. Okay. So what should happen is we get 4 explosions, 2 of them play sounds, and the sprite renderer sort of disables halfway through that, and then the shuttle gets deactivated, and we're left with a lot of debris. Gonna have to for now. Actually, no. The asteroids aren't spawning. Can we fix that? I want an asteroid to hit the destroyed shuttle. The problem? Oh, right. Oh yeah, because we were setting the smoke where the explosion happened, but now we're creating that somewhere else. Well, I could just set up the top. No harm, no foul. The asteroids spawn. Yeah, so is it just because I had the asteroids down a tiny bit that it wouldn't spawn? Yeah, has to be on 0, 0 to collide with the player who's also on, or Z of 0, in order for asteroids to happen. Okay, so there's that. Now let me drag in asteroid. Let's see if. Alright, so what's the null reference? Right after time. Oh yeah, because we gave it no explosion sound, then it did cause a problem somewhere. Alright, so let's add a bit of logic to this. So if we have a clip, then you can use that. Pretty much that. Set the particle explosion thing. Have a default time of more like 8 seconds. So why is that? Oh yeah, asteroid field is still not on 0. Get there. Play, destroy, then drag in an asteroid. Not terribly satisfying. See. I think it, for one thing, it sort of deactivated a bit early, maybe. Wonder, do we need another explosion though? Click on the asteroid. We need a bit more debris. The other thing is I haven't really checked. There's going to be a lot of particles now in the scene that wouldn't have been there before. I gotta click on the asteroid. That look kind of okay. Try that again. Yeah, kind of on top of the player fighter, kind of wrecked that a bit. Is that okay? Could wait for it to happen naturally. Here. Yeah, that looks okay, I think. I'm not sure how bad it is on performance, though. A lot. Bit of a spike when it got destroyed. Well, there would be. Don't worry too much. I don't know how satisfied I'm feeling with that. Leave comments. Type in the chat. Maybe another. I hesitate to add more particles, but at least while we're trying it out, we'll. Just to be clear, when the shuttle is killed in gameplay, that happens. Like it's out of play now, but the husk is just still floating around. And now it's not. Now it's in lots of itty bitty pieces. Which I think I'd have to do more performance tests. I think it looks okay now, but it's a lot. Also, it clearly kind of destroys just on the horizontal plane instead of in 3D. But yeah, there were good reasons for that. But it looks not amazing. I don't know. I'm happy to leave it there right now. It looks okay. It's a system that works. It might be too inefficient. Like, I'll test that on my laptop. The PC will handle it just fine. My one anyway. So I'll have to test that on other things. The name generator works pretty well though. I'm happy with that. Where is it again? Show it again. Alien names printed to your console, such as Soy Bakralne and Moon Bakralnikne, his brother, maybe. And who could forget Tarlanik Ralbak. Akne Ral. That was fun to do, actually. Yeah, I want to sort them alphabetically. Let's just add that one thing. Name. Okay. I have a command for sorting them all alphabetical. Let's just make it apply to that as well. Remove empty alien name syllables. I don't sort the pirate squadron names because I actually want them to be Alpha, Bravo, Gamma, Eta, like in the Greek formation instead of alphabetical order. Greek alphabetical order instead. Syllables. Sort. Okay. And yeah, there probably aren't any duplicates, but as long as everyone else is doing it, there could be duplicates. If I click tidy and sort all lists, this will go alphabetical. Might make it easier to think of what letters I'm missing. It was already alphabetical. Oh no, it wasn't. It just did it while I blinked or something. So if I added like apple and sort, I have to click off it, I think. Yeah, it went to the top. But I don't want apple. Okay, anyway, happy with all that. So we are back Thursday night, 8 p.m. Irish time, UK time, same difference. What will we do then? I don't know. shuttle husk destruction. Type that up. Oop, not with a J. Oh, my back. That's some good work today. 2 hours, a little less than 2 hours, and we got 2 tasks done. Doesn't always happen. And they were full tasks. So I could see our shuttle docking with things we never got back to fixing because I was going to change how movement works. That'll be a big thing that I'm not sure I want to start it on stream. I want to get a better grasp of it. Shuttle husk destroyed, yeah, we just did that, okay. The jousting behavior from like the first couple of episodes, and this is episode 52, I think, 51 or 52. Never got back there, but again, it's the same reason. These are both to do with movement, and I want to change the base class of how movement works, so there's no point going at them for a bit. Those were notes to do with the jousting behavior, and okay, I have no idea what we'll do next time, per se. It might be... I don't know, you'll see. If you're watching this in a playlist, just look at the title of the next video and you'll figure it out. To the few people there in chat on YouTube, thanks for watching. Teen Station and, well, Teen Station 3 and whoever else was there. Yeah, Super Mouse over there. He's the only one who was really talking. And Super Tim was there earlier. And my Bahrainian friend. Oh no, that was Teen Station was from Bahrain. The other, oh, maybe he's the same account, because there's a distinctly Arabic named account, and then Teen Station said he was from Bahrain, one of those. He didn't tell me how to say it. I asked him, but he didn't tell me. What can I say? Yeah, okay, back Thursday we'll figure out what we're doing. Adios for now. Bye bye.